The story of Dessie Noonan, known as the crime boss of Manchester, is a dramatic tale from the world of organized crime. He and his brother Dominic were among the most dangerous criminals in Manchester and are suspected of being behind at least 25 murders. Dessie's life ended suddenly and tragically after he was stabbed on March 19, 2005. Innings and influence. Desmond Patrick Dessie Noonan was born in 1959. He and his younger brother Dominic began their careers in Manchester's organized crime world and quickly became prominent figures in the city's underworld. Their influence wasn't just based on violence, it was also built on a vast network of connections that allowed them to control drug trafficking, extortion, and other illegal activities. They were seen as the bosses or godfathers of Manchester, and the legend was that they were responsible for dozens of unsolved murders, a life of violence and legal trouble. Dessie Noonan was notorious for his violent nature. He was imprisoned several times for serious violent crimes, which only added as someone not to be underestimated. In 1999, he survived an assassination attempt when he was shot. This incident didn't weaken his influence. It made him stronger. His personality was a mix of power and charisma, making him a central figure in Britain's criminal underworld. The tragic end. On March 19, 2005, Dessie Noonan's life came to an end. The previous night, he had been out drinking. In the early hours of the morning, he was stabbed. What happened exactly was never clear, but it's believed he got into a fight that resulted in fatal injuries. Dessie called his wife for help, but he died from his wounds before he could reach the hospital. His death was a shock to the criminal, and although police arrested a person in connection with the case, no one was ever officially convicted of his murder. His brother, Dominic Noonan. Dessie's story can't be understood without mentioning his brother, Dominic. The two brothers worked as a criminal partnership, suspected of controlling Manchester's organized crime scene for decades. Unlike Dessie, who was known for his violence, Dominic was known for his intelligence and criminal cunning, often acting as the mastermind behind their operations. Dominic was a controversial figure, even after his brother's death. He appeared in the famous documentary, A Very British Gangster, which filmed him running his criminal enterprises. This notoriety increased his reputation, and he faced numerous legal problems, serving several prison sentences for a variety of crimes, including harassment, extortion, and weapons possession. The aftermath of Dessie's death. Dessie Noonan's murder was a turning point for Manchester's underworld. The investigation. Police launched a wide-ranging investigation into his killing, and a young man named Mark Field was arrested in connection with the crime. Field claimed that Dessie had threatened him earlier. Despite being brought to trial, he was never formally convicted, and a jury ultimately acquitted him. This failure to convict anyone led to a great deal of speculation about who was truly responsible for his death. Alleged revenge. After Dessie's murder, there was widespread talk in the criminal world that Dominic Noonan would launch a war to avenge his brother. However, a major gang war never erupted, and some experts believe this is because Dominic preferred to work behind the scenes rather than through direct confrontation. The end of an era. With Dessie's death and Dominic's imprisonment,